Hi everyone, welcome to the Unqualified Opinions Podcast, Episode 1. I am Badger.
I'm Martyn.
Yeah, first one we're doing officially, properly, real life time recordings. Hope so. Better release it. Might kill myself if we don't.
Oh, might. It's coming eventually.
Don't
Isn't
you
it?
hope so? Well, yeah, death is inevitable. Nice cheery way to start this off.
We'll just enjoy it while you're here.
Yeah, just talk about death. Come hang out, talk about death and how life is meaningless.
But we have lots of shitty movies to watch in the meantime.
Thank God for that. Otherwise, how would I live with myself?
Obviously.
So, do you want to start with the big film, or do you want to start with your not as big film?
I think we should start with the big film.
Just start with the big film, the
Yeah.
hot topic of the month, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It came out last Friday. It's of course Suicide Squad. I presume that's what you mean by the big film.
Oh no, I was sorry, I was something completely different. Yeah, of course I mean Suicide Squad.
Me and mine had the pleasure. Well, it depends on your opinion of it.
It was alright.
Yeah. I feel better about it in hindsight, but we'll go into that in a minute. But yeah, we went to see it last Sunday, and we did record a podcast straight after it, then which got lost again in the ether.
It did.
So,
Disappeared once again.
yeah. Sorry to the guests we had on that podcast. We had two guest hosts that will never ever see the light of day.
Yeah.
We might get them back. Might not do. So
Don't say never see the light of day, you know that triggers me.
Why does that trigger you?
Aladdin.
Oh.
Massive
Do you want
problem.
to start? Do you want to talk about Aladdin, Martyn?
No.
I know you love it.
It's rubbish.
It's not a rubbish film.
Oh no, it's a great film. Robbie Williams gives a sterling performance as the
He does.
genie, some cracking songs in it, but the entire film is broken. And he goes into that.
It's not though, is it?
So back to Suicide Squad.
No, go on, tell them.
He goes into the Cave of Wonders. The Cave of Wonders says to him, "Touch nothing but the lamp."
Yeah.
And disregarding that the floor is absolutely fine to touch. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I completely
And
understand
the
that.
stairs and everything, yeah.
And the stairs and a wall maybe. But at one point he stands on the magic carpet. Why doesn't the entire thing then start falling apart? That thing's a wonder. I don't
It's
understand.
still a rug though.
Oh, it's magical. They called it a bloody wonder.
But if I said to you, if you came into my house and said, touch nothing but my kettle, and there's a rug right in front of the door, how would you then enter my house?
You're not seeing it as I see it.
I think you're too pedantic.
I'm
I don't
not
think
being
the-
too pedantic.
I don't
It's a
think
fucking Does your rug fly around?
I do. I don't know. Never asked it.
We'll sit on it right now and
I don't
ask
think
it.
that's going to make it fly around. That's just me sitting on the rug. You might only do it in night times. I don't know what to get up to.
Just Jack the cat flying around on it.
Might do.
Might do.
Ooh. No.
There's a Pixar film in there somewhere.
Probably. Probably coming out next year. Who knows? They're already doing it.
Anyway, back to
What?
the magic carpet can't talk. It still emotes more than like Kirsten Dunst does in any film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kirsten Dunst.
Mm.
Kirsten Stewart. Probably.
Whatever.
They're both quite terrible actresses. To be fair. Anyway, yeah. Suicide Squad. Yeah, we went to see it last Sunday. First, do you want to tell us what the movie's about? If you could grasp the plot.
Yes, I grasped the plot quite firmly.
Because obviously not everyone's like big into DC comics.
No, obviously there might be a few spoilers in this.
There will be spoilers. We're going to spoil the shit out of it. So if you've not seen it, on your own head be it.
Basically, it's someone who's in charge. Superman has died, and they're all setting up. They know that
That's also a spoiler for Batman vs Superman, as you found out during the film. 'Cause you've not
in
seen
the first 2 minutes
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
Suicide
so if you've
Squad.
not seen Batman vs Superman, it's already been spoiled for you.
And then this is what I recall from the plot anyway. And then so they know that the next probably terrorist attack or war is going to be fought with metahumans. So they put together a team of misfits who have powers and abilities or are just fucking weirdos, just like super villain kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then they basically put them all together to
Have a good time.
have a smashing time.
They all go out and have a cracking night.
So they'll have a few beers and then go home.
It's just smashing. The title's very misleading.
Suicide Squad is actually the name of a cocktail they get
Yeah.
during the adventures. No, and then magic lady, Enchantress, yeah, that's it. She goes a bit batshit insane.
More so.
Gets a brother to help her, who's only called Brother the entire film.
I figured out actually through the internet,
Interweb.
the interweb, that he might have been called Incubus because I think
Smashing
I
band.
think well, yeah, not the popular '90s new metal band Incubus.
Could well be.
Could be, but I think.
I mean, they've not done much for a while.
They're still about.
Are they?
Yeah, they still do tours. It's only in America though. They're not as big over here.
Fair
Because
enough.
all the last albums have been fucking terrible. I used to love Incubus as a kid.
Who didn't? And then, so they go on into the city and fight the evil, and then there's a bit of other stuff.
Joker stuff. Like 5 minutes of Joker stuff.
5 minutes of Joker stuff doing that weird growling noise.
Yeah, I'm going to quote Mark, Joker stuff, because depends if you ever think of him as the Joker.
Oh, shut up. Why bother? Why bother going watching the film if it's not the Joker you want it to be?
It's not a case of not being the Joker I want it to be.
Did you enjoy that Joker?
I think I'm going to have to go back for a second viewing to proper analyse it. But I felt more like he was just... That could be any slightly crazy drug lord kind of guy, thug, rather than the Joker.
Right.
I mean,
Do you think they could have replaced him with someone like Black Mask, say? Easily.
Yeah.
But then...
But more like an eccentric Black Mask. Like any kind of crazy crime lord, really. It wasn't like... There was nothing particularly Jokerish about him except he had green hair and white skin.
That's true. And they did cut out the line from the trailer as well, didn't they?
I was thinking this today, actually. Because I've had we went to see it last Sunday, but quite... The first, when we came back, we're like boiling with opinions. But now I've had a bit of time to
mull it over?
Yeah, stew on it. Like, the trailer, they cut quite a lot of the stuff out of the film. There's a lot of stuff in the trailer they actually cut. And I find it stupid that they, like, oh, this is like, this scene here, this is totally trailer worthy. This will get everyone excited for the film. They lose it as a trailer and go, actually, it's not that good enough to be in the film, we better cut it. But it's trailer worthy. So surely if it's trailer worthy, it's film worthy. Because the trailer's just to sell the film.
So, did you have any... I had some problems with it, personally. It was far too dark. Given that the...
DC, mate.
Well, basically, like, the main, like, enemies, like...
They're scared if you go too bright, it might be Green Lantern. That's what I'm worried about.
Hey, in Darkest Day.
In Brightest Night.
Or whatever it is.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
That thing.
That thing. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, the enemies, like basically like the foot soldier, kind of, just like, the people who just get kicked in the head for fun. And
Things to kill without anyone giving you shit for it.
Yeah, they're all pitch black anyway.
Yeah.
They've got black skin, like many eyes. You get one good shot of actually looking at one. The rest of the film was just them in like dark rooms, and it really annoyed me that why gotta go to the length of creating interesting-ish looking minions.
Yeah.
Just to have them in a.
I think that could have been easy to resolve, but like, because obviously Chantra's got kind of like original form's quite dark, but then when she gets like, she's got a bit of a greeny stuff to, hasn't she? A bit of green.
Yeah, green tinge.
Yeah,
a
hue. Could have just had a bit of a green tinge to these monsters.
Yeah,
and they would have stood out a bit more.
Yeah,
probably looked a bit more.
And then there's there's a couple of scenes where it's all done in like silhouettes fighting, and to me that's just an absolute compliment. They might not even be the actual actors up there. You can't actually see.
Well, it's never the actual actors fight scenes, is it? It's all stunt doubles.
True, but I just kind of don't really see the point in it.
No,
it wasn't.
Because you were saying about this, you said about the fight scene between the Squad and Enchantress.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that fight scene, but you said it was too dark.
Too dark, and it was either silhouettes or like just people throwing punches and like the odd shot. It wasn't particularly well done to me. They could have done a lot more with that final scene. It was an interesting setting, and everything like that they had. Overall, I didn't dislike the film.
No,
but I would not pay to go and see it again.
I'm going to go back and watch it again because I think at the time when I went to see it, I was too concerned about what everyone else has said, and I was kind of picking it apart and like going, "Oh yeah, I see what you mean by this and what I see." You know, I didn't sit there and take it in through my own eyes as such.
You're too busy comparing it to other people's opinions.
Oh yeah, and like kind of picking it apart and thinking about it too much. And I was thinking this as well. The thing is with these kind of comic book films now, if you're a comic book fan, you're going in expecting this kind of complexy comic book story, which comic books can be quite complex in storyline.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you're in average, like in the Marvel films, quite just nicely written and planned out kind of films. But I think with the Suicide Squad one, it kind of more because no one. I don't think there's any. The only people who slag this off are proper comic book nerds.
Yeah.
Who get super ragey about that kind of stuff. But everybody else seems to really enjoy it, or at least kind of enjoy this film. And I think it's more like this like it's just a typical summer blockbuster film. Something like Fast and Furious, something like Transformers. It's just a big blockbuster motion action film, but it just happens to be a comic book film at the same time.
Yeah, well, I'm not a particularly massive reader of comic. I do enjoy like the odd one now and then, but I found it to be a watered down Avengers.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
I won't entirely agree with that, but
no, but it's kind of like everything in the Avengers was done on a much bigger scale.
Yeah,
I understand that a lot of the Suicide Squad don't have similar power sets. They don't fly. They don't.
Yeah. The thing with the Avengers though is that film was like the 5th installment of that studios.
It was all a build up to that
Yeah,
point.
yeah. They had 5 other films or whatever, or 4 other films before that to build up to this big, massive kind of like combined. Whereas this is just like the first outing for this group of people, but they also throw a bit of cheeky Batman and Flash in there for good measure.
Oh, the Flash looks so good in that film.
You know what I found out? I didn't realise that. You know, like, there's literally how long's the Flash in that film for? About 2 seconds.
Yeah.
He literally turns up,
Says one line.
and that's it. Zack Snyder directed that 2 seconds of film.
Really?
Yeah.
Amazing.
No reason.
Oh.
I mean, I presume it's because he was like the film, the Justice League movie, and obviously he's there with the guys playing the Flash.
And he wants to get
And
his.
yeah, throw in, so it's like, all right, well, we'll do it.
I'm really looking forward to anything involving the Flash, essentially.
Justice League then next year.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the TV show.
I
Flash.
think I was in Batman vs Superman.
No, I did
And
not.
he looks fucking terrible.
Does it?
Yeah, because he's got like this weird. It's obviously like just as he got the role, it's like, oh, we'll throw him in Batman vs Superman, and it's like he's got this like this weird kind of like not shaved properly, so he's got this like weird like no mustache or something.
The Flash is too fast for hair to grow
I
on.
know. It just looks fucking awful in that film, and it's I'll if you. I know you said you weren't going to watch Batman vs Superman, but maybe just watch that scene just to see how
Maybe I
sketchy
will.
it is.
Yeah. I don't know, it's one of them. I really should get around to watching it at some point, but
I think if you're going to watch, as I said, like, if you've got the time, watch the Ultimate Edition, which is 3 hours long.
Right.
It's just better paced. But if you really can't be fucked, you want to save yourself half an hour, just watch the old version. It's just not as well paced. It's up to you.
it's up to me.
We'll go back to Suicide Squad, maybe. Do we go back to Suicide Squad?
Have you got anything to add?
I've got quite a lot to add.
Oh, I've got, yeah, to be honest, now I've thought about it myself, I've got a fair bit.
I said at the time, the first 5 minutes of the film are completely unnecessary and annoying.
Yeah.
Because the introduction that Amanda Waller does for each character is probably the best comic book, one of the best like introductions of characters ever. It's just no fucking about. There's not loads of origin story. You're not spending half an hour of a film trying to figure out where the fuck this guy came from. It's literally just bang, here's this character, done.
This is what he does, this is who he is, this is what he does.
And you get like, Deadshot gets a little flashback, Harley Quinn gets a little bit of a flashback, everyone else gets kind of like a quick introduction, Batman shows up, it's all good. And that's, but yeah, the first 5 minutes, like, just fucking, and especially they cut a lot of stuff out, it seems stupid to keep that one bit in that has no relevance to anything else.
Yeah.
It doesn't even come up later or anything, it's just 5 minutes of just pointless 2 scenes, which I don't get, except for they're in prison, which you find out anyway later.
Yep. The main villain, the Incubus, back to him.
He wasn't the main villain.
Oh, sorry, no, the
Enchantress was the main villain.
secondary
but
villain.
I found out that they you know that basically earlier this year they did reshoots.
Yeah.
And they actually only added him as a villain in the reshoots.
Really?
Yeah. So in the original script he wasn't in it at all. So they shot the entire film without that character. And then they just did some reshoots earlier this year and went, oh, we'll just chuck this monster in for no fucking reason.
Just got some
got
some CGI money left.
Yeah, he blows a underground train.
It blows a train up, yeah.
And then he just kind of walks around for a bit and they fight El Diablo. I think the only purpose I can imagine of that for is when El Diablo turns to that demon, which in hindsight, at the time I wasn't very keen on, but in hindsight is pretty cool.
It still looks better than the Incubus.
No, the Incubus looks fucking terrible. Why they gave that fucking miscellaneous actor's face is fucking beyond me because it looks absolutely shocking.
It really did look bad. I think you said it looked better if it looked as like a faceplate, more Ultron-y, or the thing from Thor.
Yeah. That's if it looked like a suit of armour, a full suit of armour, or a robot or something, or just a general random monster face. That'd be better than that actor's face. And I bet you if you went on IMDb, that actor's probably not listed as that character. He's probably listed as Man in Subway or something. But they still use his fucking face for the main fucking villain.
That is, I thought it was weird. I didn't think, and plus they didn't really. There was no like development for me between the villains enough. I like a quite a developed villain, and there was no monologues or.
No, it's like Enchantress kind of like
just did a thing.
She's like she's a bit pissed off that Amanda Waller had a heart. Who was holding her kind of hostage and making her do things, but there's no like kind of build up to, and there's no like particular reason why she's doing anything. Sort of, just pissed off a bit. I'm a bit pissed off. I'll destroy the world.
Yeah.
But it's like destroying the world as well. She offers the squad like, oh, you can join me once I destroy the world. But join you doing what?
Yeah.
Nothing.
We don't know what they. Well, we know that her and her brother used to be worshipped like gods, so maybe that's what she's aiming for.
But then she's going to destroy the world and everyone in it.
What's the point?
Except for the squad. What's
I never get it why villains want to destroy the world. What's the point?
The thing is, back in like when you were a kid in the 80s on a cartoon show. It didn't fucking matter, did it?
Like G.I. Joe.
Yeah. They were just going to do it.
Action, force.
The more you know. But they just do it. They're just the bad guys, and it didn't matter because G.I. Joe would come in the day and kick their ass and everything would be fine. And then you'd learn a lesson the other day and you'd be a better person when you grow up. Yeah. That's wrong with kids today.
No morals in cartoons.
No morals in
Oh,
cartoons.
that's SpongeBob shite.
Yeah, just bingy bongy noises and fucking nonsense. Yeah, I keep going well off track. But no, yeah. I think because I thought it was David Ayer just directed, but he wrote it as well. So I don't know if maybe they could have got someone better to write it. Because Harley Quinn was fine, I think.
Yeah, Margot Robbie.
Yeah, Deadshot. Will Smith did really well, I think. Yeah. And the guy who played Diablo was quite good as well.
Really enjoyed that. I did enjoy Captain Boomerang though.
Yeah.
Even though he's literally just not really part of it, part of the entire experience. I think he was literally just there for comic relief.
Yeah.
But they could have done a lot more with him. There's a lot more they could have done.
That's the thing. I don't know if they spent too much time focusing on. I mean, obviously, Will Smith is probably your main, and then you've got Jared Leto, who still wasn't in the film that much. But you probably got more Joker, Harley Quinn, Deadshot stuff than you did people who were on the actual Suicide Squad.
Killer Croc, I don't think was utilised properly.
And said bra at one point, which I was really upset about. Really annoying. Where he scuttled into the sewer just to prove
that was a really weird.
When he scuttled into the sewer.
Yeah, when he got on all fours and just sort of wiggled around. Like, just walk in, just jump in.
No, it's no, because he's a crocodile. Look.
He's swimming as well.
Just in case you forgot he's meant to be a crocodile. Now he's walking.
His swimming as well annoyed me slightly. How he was doing swimming like his legs were going side to side. That only makes sense in a version of Killer Croc that has a tail. Yeah,
that's the point. I was going to say because that's how crocodiles would swim, but yes, because of the tail. That's a good point. Really, probably should have had a tail.
Really? Probably should have just swam properly. Yeah, I think they could have done him a lot better in terms of, say, using him as a super weapon, essentially, like a Hulk character.
I was reading, because before this film came out, I thought, I'll tell you what, I'll buy a Suicide Squad graphic novel so I can kind of familiarise myself more with the rest of the squad. And in that is, instead of Killer Croc, we've got King Shark, who was going to be in the film, but then they didn't want any more. David Ayer said, I didn't want these stupid, massive CGI monsters. We'll just skim over the fact they've got two massive CGI monsters in this film. Yeah. But in the graphic novel, we've got King Shark, who's essentially the Killer Croc character, and he's just ripping people in half and biting their fucking heads off. All this kind of shit. Just what a big, massive, sharky, crocodile kind of creature would fucking do. Would fucking rip your head off and all this shit. And the only thing that Killer Croc did in that film was, the only bit of kind of action thing is he kind of slammed some guy in a bonnet and just went, Hurr.
Yeah, he did a lot of throwing people around and things that I never...
But you would flow a couple of people out, but at the same time, you could, rip one guy's head off or something.
Yeah, he should have done something spectacularly gory to fit the character.
Yeah. At one point, Harley Quinn was just beating some dead guy head in with a bat for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, just crumbling away. I mean, they could have got away with it very easily because it's not like a blood and guts kind of film anyway. Yeah. It's just there.
But that's obviously, they did that. Because as well, it's rated 15, so they could have probably thrown a bit more of that in. But I suppose in America it's PG-13, so they're probably pandering more for the American audience. Because they would have got kids, an American could have gone to see it, but over here you have to be over 15. I think as well in this film, though, that guy's head did get shot off. Because obviously, they got that one character.
Slipknot,
yes! Yeah. Who was in the film for all of 5 seconds.
A mind-blowing performance.
His only line was, I didn't like her when he smacked some woman around the face. So everyone would automatically hate that character so they could blow his fucking head off.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? But yeah, they did. To be fair, they did blow his head off. But yeah, that could have been probably a lot cooler than they did it.
Yeah.
Shit shows though. The thing as well, you're assembling a squad of the most leafless villains on the planet.
And he's the man who can climb anything.
Yeah. That's it. We've got a human crocodile, the world's best assassin,
a psychotic broad.
And a fucking woman's sword who can capture souls. Who else? That guy over there's pretty good at climbing. Oh, sweet.
Let's sling him in there.
Yeah. But then they have got the boomerang guy, who only throws about 3 boomerangs in the entire film.
He stabs a few people, though.
His name's not Captain Stab. It's Captain Boomerang.
Well, maybe they missed the trick.
They missed a trick. More boomerangs. Should have been at least 1 boomerang every 5 minutes.
You should have just been throwing
Even if nothing was happening, you should just throw them over the fucking sake
Just throw boomerangs and capture
boomerangs!
Yeah. Yeah, he was a very wasted character, especially in that scene where they all get Enchantress is showing them their perfect lives, kind of thing, what they want.
Yeah.
and it doesn't do a Captain Boomerang
The thing
one.
I saw the internet, thank you, internet. So it gave me the meme, as it always provide you a meme. And obviously had like Deadshot with his kid, Killer Batman, sorry.
Yeah.
And then Harley Quinn with like Happy Joker family and whatever else. I think it was Rick Flag and whatever. And then obviously someone just drawn a picture of Captain Boomerang just riding a unicorn.
That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
It would have given me a little bit of a ha-ha during that last bit of the film.
I really don't understand the unicorn thing.
It's just a fetish, apparently.
It's just, it's not, the character doesn't have that though, as far as I know.
I think they just added it in because
funds.
comic
Funny.
relief, yeah.
Because Deadpool, possibly.
Yeah, because Deadpool, possibly, yeah. It's going to be very hard for any comic book film to top that.
It's a comic book film. Funny, what would you do? What did Deadpool do? Oh, just unicorns.
Yeah.
The thing is, I like Captain Boomerang because he's just enough of a dickhead.
Yeah,
kind of related to him as a dickhead.
The scene where he just runs off and everything like that. That was just like, you don't have to stay in. He picks up his beers and sods off.
When he's talking to the Diablo, he's like, "Oh, do fire." He just gets his like, "Look, ooh, fire."
Ooh, you're the fire guy.
I think they should have used him because obviously, like, when they released the Bohemian Rhapsody trailer, everyone kind of got a bit like, "Oh, it looks like it could be quite a funny film." Because they had quite a lot of gags in that trailer.
They were all the gags in the film.
Yeah, they were all the gags in the film. And Harley Quinn had like a lot of. Actually, Harley Quinn had some good little moments and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, they could have used Boomerang a lot more for one-liners, cheesy one-liners and stuff.
Definitely.
I think that's what the DC would have. Because the next one, Justice League, that's going to be quite serious.
Yes.
I mean, Flash would probably be a bit witty in it.
Flash always has been quite witty compared to the other
Yeah.
members of the Justice League. I think they'll try and do something with Aquaman though. I think they'll try and.
No, Jason Momoa.
I think they'll try and give him some funny dialogue.
I saw a picture before we came recording, and while I was waiting for you to have Slash. Saw a picture on his Facebook of Jason Momoa dressed in full Aquaman gear while they're filming Justice League. And he's just holding a guitar, playing guitar. And I don't know why, but that really impressed me. That's just fucking badass.
I am looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with.
I think they're spending all the money trying to make Aquaman.
They have made him. They have made him a lot more badass. Aquaman.
Considering he's been like the laughing joke of all superheroes for about 30 years.
Yeah.
Something.
I was really hoping for Green Lantern, if I'm honest.
Well, they're doing the Green Lantern Corps. That's coming 2020. I think the release date was, or 2019. It seems so fucking far away to plan these things.
Does.
But I understand why they do it, but it's just But that should be quite interesting because obviously because it's a corp. That means you get a couple of different ones.
A couple of lanterns. Do you
Yeah,
think
like-
they'll include any of the other colours of lanterns?
They might. I think maybe the first one would probably be like the Green Lantern Corps versus maybe the yellow one because that's like Sinestro.
Sinestro, yeah.
I can't imagine them throwing in. I think if they start throwing in like red and white and stuff, it'll probably confuse people.
They could do the orange because he's essentially one person with a group of minions. That'd make sense. That's the kind of thing they do with superhero films. It's kind of like a lot of meaningless, identical looking minion types getting their head kicked in by heroes for quite a while.
Depends. The thing is, I think with the DC films, they're just trying to chuck too much in. I understand why they're doing it now because they're trying to launch a universe from scratch and they're trying to catch up with Marvel and stuff. But come 2020, they should be all right. So they won't need to chuck loads in. And then hopefully, if they stop chucking as much in, the pace will be better and less people hate it. Like Rotten Tomato will stop hating things, maybe.
Rotten Tomato will never stop hating things. Rotten Tomato is built on hatred. And it's full of people who, in my opinion, just want to be that person who criticises a good thing sometimes.
Yeah.
But
the thing is, this website, because I think, like, obviously when Suicide Squad was premiered and Rotten Tomato reviewed it, and obviously when Rotten Tomato reviewed it, gave it 30% or something like that, so the internet lost its fucking mind. Yeah. But this is the same website that gave the new Ghostbusters film 75%.
And you hated that film.
Not just me, a lot of people. It's fucking garbage.
Absolute garbage?
Absolute garbage.
It's not something I've actually planned on watching.
Advertised, I mean, yeah, it was advertised as a comedy film, really. It was not, like, you should at least have one moment where you're going to go, haha. Sit there for about an hour and a half and not laugh once. Actually laugh once because Chris Hemsworth made a cracking joke about saxophone.
Oh, yeah, you told me this joke. I don't know, it's going to be one of them films for me where I've got an afternoon to waste, and I'll probably invest a bit of time in it, but other than that, I don't really think
I think that's apparently that's the thing with, like, this thing is, like, with Suicide Squad, everyone at the moment, everyone's asked me, I think it's one of those annoying films, because if someone's seen it, someone will go, oh, what was it like? And they go, oh, it's alright. It's like, oh, well, should I go see it? It's like, yeah, go and see it to formulate your own opinion.
I'll tell people to go and watch it.
I would but then that's the thing, you can't say, is it good, is it bad? No, you have your own opinion on it. But then you got to look at like that film has broke August box office records.
Yeah.
And it's beaten the box office record for Captain America: Civil War this year.
It's petered off a lot though, hasn't it? I've heard.
Well, I think they fucking all do. Well, not all.
I've heard it's like taking a real. That's what I've heard. I've not actually looked into it myself, but I've heard it.
I don't read the article. I read the headlines. I've got time for reading, man.
Reading? Just skim over, dear.
Reading's for stupid people who can read.
Oh yeah, damn readers.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I can understand words on paper. Idiots. But no, yeah, that thing is that film's made like 3 million or something, or 3 billion, 30. I don't know. A large,
3 something illion.
There's a 3 and a couple of zeros and a number that was ended in illion, but it made a lot of money. And the Ghostbusters film lost a shitload of money. So the thing is, like, you can't believe what.
I'm definitely not going to the cinema to watch Ghostbusters. It's going to be an afternoon in my house when it's out on DVD or something. And I borrowed it off someone. I
think it really has like. I mean, with the Marvel films, I'll watch them all because they're all like since Avengers they have been pretty standard.
Yeah.
I know Fall of the Dark was a bit of a touchy one for people. But
I quite like that.
I liked it, mate.
Yeah.
I thought it was alright. I don't see why people don't like it.
Anything really to see Kat Dennings running about for a bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, with the Suicide Squad, the only other thing I'd say about it would be the post-credit scene or mid-credit scene, I don't know, mid-credit scene with Bruce Wayne and Amanda Waller having a little chat in the restaurant, which is a completely pointless fucking scene.
Because it sets up.
It just set up Justice League, but at the same time, in Batman vs Superman, Batman already had all the files of the Justice League off.
Is it definitely a flashback? Is it a flashback or a flash forward, or is it at the time?
No, he already knows about the metahumans. So this is after. Well, yeah, 'cause it's after the events of Batman vs Superman.
Yes.
So.
But he already had the files.
So yeah, that's the thing. In Batman vs Superman, he steals files off Lex, which contains information on Wonder Woman, the Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman. And yeah, then he has a meeting with Amanda Waller to get more files, but in a paper format instead of on a computer.
Well, it's nice to have a hard copy, I suppose.
Nice,
maybe he's run out of ink.
Do you think he's one of the people like some people have to buy the CD? He has to have the official government documents.
Yeah, the official government record of these metahumans.
I just like having the physical copy of things.
That's the campest Batman impression I've ever heard.
Batman is, there's that time. He can be campy once. Batman can do what the fuck he wants.
That's true.
In the crazy comic from like the 70s, he had a bat suit in every colour imaginable.
Why wouldn't you?
Exactly. He's a fucking billionaire. He can do what the fuck he wants.
Especially like just get dressed up in
this
Kevlar and go punch.
This is the same kind of time where he used to share a bedroom with Dick Grayson as well.
Well,
time to get up, Dick.
Of the Flying Graysons. Were they ever going to do a Nightwing film?
I don't know. There was. I mean, there's people talked about it, but I think that's more fans than actual movie. I can't imagine Nightwing having a film though.
Really? He's got his own setting.
I know.
What's it called? Raven.
Oh,
Bloodraven.
I think so.
Bloodraven.
Bloodhaven.
Bloodhaven. That's it. I knew it was something. I knew it rhymed with Raven at least.
Yeah.
Close
There
enough.
might be a Raven inside Bloodhaven. Who knows?
The Raven of Bloodhaven. That's a film I'd like to see.
Maybe that's what they'll call it. They won't. They'll call it Nightwing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine. I don't know what you do with it though. Because really, it'd just be a quippy Batman film.
I mean, it's like there's no really. I can't really think of any standout.
It'd be good if he showed up in a Batman film. I'd like that.
Yeah, I'd like that.
But I don't know if I could. I don't know if there's much to. There's probably people who could argue against this. There's probably some nerds with a comic who could argue with me. But I haven't got the time, and you'll never find me.
Except in the comment section of a YouTube video, which I will never read. I
will read and cry quietly to myself. But no, yeah, I don't know what you do for like an hour and a half, 2 hours of Nightwing. It's quite. I suppose you're saying that it could be quite a grounded, more kind of street level version.
Yeah,
he's more.
I think I prefer because he's not the billionaire nutcase.
Yeah, he tends to be more like ground level fighting thugs. But that's
Daredevil. They did well with Daredevil.
The thing is, every time in Nightwing, every time I've ever heard of him, he's always fighting like Black Mask or someone of average, just like thug
street level criminal.
Yeah. That's it's not really much of a. That's the thing that what would that film be? Just like he's tracking some.
Well, it's like Daredevil fights Kingpin and things like that. It's not.
Yeah, I remember that turned out.
And The TV series was pretty good.
Never got into it.
Didn't you?
No, couldn't get into it.
I watched the first
I watched
season.
up to that point where he did that wicked famous corridor fight scene that everyone raved about.
What, episode 2? Is that?
I think it was 4 or 5. I got into it like that point, but I just couldn't find myself. Couldn't get past that episode.
No.
I just wasn't that invested in it.
I do need to watch the final episode of Preacher.
Oh, is this the Amazon series?
Yeah.
Is that alright?
Yes, I've really enjoyed it. He's a very, very well written.
Is this the one where the guy's got an arsehole for a face?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, don't say that to him, that's really mean.
I won't say it to him, I'll say it verbally.
I think he...
I don't think you'll care because he's a fictional character, Martyn.
Well, fictional characters have feelings too.
They don't know.
They do.
Unless they're written that way.
But yeah, he does have feelings in there because he's very self-conscious about it.
His arse face.
Yeah.
Well, he should be fucking self-conscious about his arse face. He's got an arse or a
I don't
face.
understand why you're being so horrible to this character.
I just don't like the fact he's got an arse or a face.
Wow. What if he was a real person? Would you just not get along with him just because he had an arse for a face?
I just want to talk to him. Might cool me or something. I don't know.
Oh my lord. Anyway, yeah, Preacher. You know what his power is, don't you?
Preaching.
No, he has the word of God, I think it's called, and basically he can tell people what to do, and they must comply and do it.
Oh right, so like Purple Man from Jessica Jones.
Yes.
Oh right.
So he can anything he says must happen, and also he's like some ex-special forces nutcase as well, so he just breaks people's arms when he has to.
That's too many things.
Why is it too many things?
Oh, he's already got the power to tell people what to do. Why does he need to be super good at army stuff?
Because they need to justify his ability to kick ass.
Doesn't need to kick ass, does he? Like, just don't fight me. Okay.
Well, there's a very good scene where he fights one in a bar. It's very
You
good.
just stop the power saying don't fight me.
But he doesn't have his power at that point.
Oh, okay.
No, he doesn't know he has his power.
Oh,
at that
okay.
point.
Oh, right. So, okay. So he became a badass. And
Yes.
then he went, oh.
And he lives with
Now I've got too many things.
And he lives with a vampire.
That's definitely too many.
An Irish vampire.
Yeah, I don't think that makes a difference. Why does it make a difference? He's Irish.
Just is.
Okay.
Just cheeky. Yeah.
Just a stereotypical Irish
Yeah,
guy.
just that stereotypical drunken Irish vampire.
Does he every now and again just go, I'm going to drink some Guinness because I'm Irish. Hey!
Guinness blood. Ah. He's just the most Irish character I've ever seen written. Even more Irish than the Leprechaun. Warwick Davis at his finest.
Was that Warwick Davis?
I'm pretty sure that was Warwick Davis.
Probably was. I think every small person in any film ever was Warwick Davis.
I'm actually going to have to Google now.
Yeah, Google it.
So you just keep talking about something while
Oh, now you're throwing me right into the fire, aren't you? No, I never saw Leprechaun. I don't know why. Was Jennifer Aniston in that as well?
Yes, Jennifer Aniston was in Leprechaun.
Yeah.
He phoned her up at one point.
The only thing I know of the Leprechaun, and I don't know if it's accurate.
Shit movie line of the week
is
is where Jennifer Aniston's the phone rings and the Leprechaun, I think he says,
I'm the Leprechaun.
he says something like, "You seem like you're in a bit of trouble." He goes, "Do you need a hand?" And a hand comes out the telephone. Yeah, it's Warwick Davis.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. He's an international movie star.
Well, I won't say that.
Why?
He's not an international movie star, is he?
He was in the Leprechaun.
You have to tell people he was that thing.
And wasn't he in Ewok?
He was in Ewok. He was in
International.
He did 2 different characters in Harry Potter films.
International movie star.
He's not an well, but yeah, by default he should be an international movie star, but no one fucking knows because he's always in like mounds of prosthetic.
I'm really struggling to understand what your problem is with Warwick Davis now.
There's not a problem with it. I like Warwick Davis. I'm just saying.
The man's a national treasure.
If you said to someone,
He was in Willow as well.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If someone said to you, "Oh, Warwick Davis," a lot of people of a certain age would say Willow, but they might not know he was in Ewok. They might not know he was in Harry Potter, and they might not know he was the Leprechaun.
He used to scare the shit out of another kid. Willow.
We'll go circle back to Suicide Squad because we'll get off track. Should we wrap up? Let's call it a little review. We're not really reviewed it. We just kind of just spoke about it. We're going to give it a rating and pick a favourite character as well for the sake of it.
Captain Boomerang, 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Easy. Go watch it. Form your own opinion.
Yeah. I'm going to go with my standard review of garbage, bad, good, alright, or amazing. I'm going to give it good.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yeah.
Do you recommend it to people then?
Yeah. Let's say I'm going to go watch it again. And I'm pretty sure on my second viewing I'll probably enjoy it more.
Fair
I think it's probably good for like, say, summer blockbuster, lots of action. Don't really have to focus on a plot. It's just good popcorn film, innit?
Yeah, you could easily just toss about and watch it.
Yeah. Nothing too...
You don't really have to pay too much
I think there's a
attention.
bit of everything for everyone, really. There's a lot of action stuff, is it?
Yeah.
If you like Will Smith, compared to if you're a girl or a gay. Harlequin if you're a guy or a les. Right. Or Amanda Waller if you're into angry black women.
Who isn't?
Well, she's pretty good actually.
She is very good in the film. Very good.
And Flash for you.
Oh, and the Flash for me. That is absolute just wanky material right there.
Batman was actually pretty fun in that film.
Batman was good in that film.
Probably better than he was in
Superman
because he didn't kill anybody.
It actually made me want to watch Batman vs Superman. Seeing him in that film, just
he killed a lot of people in Batman vs Superman, like too many people.
Like, didn't he like topple buildings and stuff like that? And
that's Man of Steel.
That's Man of Steel.
Batman just like runs over people's heads in the car.
Really?
It's just it's like slightly better.
So like not Batman.
He kind of blows someone up with their own gas canister as well. Very angry in that film. Unnecessarily angry in that film. He also snapped some guy's neck. That's a dream sequence.
Oh right, so that's okay then, is it? All the countless people he murders.
Yeah.
I thought they're not sticking with the no kill rule then.
I mean, to be fair, every movie Batman has. Batman's meant to have a no.
Oh yeah, the Michael Keaton one. He has machine guns.
In the Michael Keaton one, blew a clown up with a bomb in his pants. There's no fucking rules in those films. Throw Jack Nicholson off a roof.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Yeah.
Those films were like murdery, really. Think about it.
Absolute murder, rampage, sexy fun time.
Yeah. Catwoman got pushed out of that tower by Christopher Walken.
That's true. Batman Returns.
Yeah.
I love that film. It's best Catwoman ever as well.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman.
Would you say that's the best Batman film?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Including the Dark Knight trilogy?
Including the Dark Knight trilogy.
I like Batman trilogy.
What? Say that louder so the internet can hear.
Riddle me this!
Riddle you fuck off. Batman Forever is fucking awful.
No, I like it.
Okay.
But it's not the best. I think the original Batman's probably the best.
Really?
Because, you know, the soundtrack was entirely by Prince. And you it's fucking
I don't know, no, I definitely preferred the second one, Batman Returns.
Do you not think that Danny DeVito as a Penguin was possibly a bit too...
Danny DeVito is brilliant in everything he's ever been in, including Twins. He is the finest actor of our time.
Really?
Have you ever watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yes, actually, yeah, he's amazing.
Danny DeVito is fucking amazing.
I love that show. It's so good. I watched that show on Netflix, and talking about the Netflix, I just finished watching this new popular show, Stranger Things.
I keep meaning to get into that. It's something I should really be.
It's fucking amazing. That's what it is. It's 80s as fuck.
Is it?
Yeah. The thing is now, everyone's raving about the show, but now everyone's raving about the soundtrack. It's just so fucking 80s. And then we forgot how good 80s music is. It's the best.
80s, that's why like Vice City's the best GTA, just for the soundtrack.
Yeah, because music's well better when it's got loads of synth in it.
More synthesizers.
No, the track's alright, but... Guitar!
Have you ever heard of a band called Zig Zig Sputnik?
No, I wish I'd.
You listen to their song Love Missile. You'll love it.
The name alone sells it.
Anyway, back to Stranger Things, sorry.
Yeah, it's good. It's just done so, like, I can't describe it, it's just done so well. It's a bit of like, I think it's got a bit of everything in it. And it is like very 80s, like 4 kids on a little adventure, but you also got stuff going with the adults and stuff. It's just like proper freaky. It's not like horror, but not at the same time. It's just like pretty much like every kind of category mixed together. It's great.
That's cool. Definitely give it a go then next week.
It's probably one that like I've not watched a lot of Netflix shows, but that one's just.
I'm terrible at watching. When I start watching something, I'll binge watch, and I'll ruin like an entire day.
Well, that's what I think we did. Like we watched episode 1 to see what it was like, and then that night we got to episode 6. There's only 8.
We'll just finish it off.
we had to stop at 6 because it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and we had to go to bed because I work the next day. But then watched like the last 2 the next day or something.
Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely give that a go then.
I recommend it highly upon highlies.
Recommend it highly. You didn't. You watched BoJack Horseman, didn't you, for me?
I did.
And you didn't particularly.
Didn't grasp me.
No. I found it very surreal because obviously it's like a comedy. And there's a lot of funny moments in it, but it does especially later in the seasons, it dives out into like a lot of mental health issues. And
see, I don't want that when I watch a cartoon animated thing.
No,
I know it's like an adult animated thing.
It's the old Professor Fink. He makes you laugh. He makes you think.
Makes you sad and suicidal.
It is incredibly. Some parts of it are just
I just don't agree with the fact that
Insanely sad.
animal people are normal people.
Whoa, it's a cartoon! Suspend your disbelief for 5 fucking seconds.
Never.
Yes. What? I don't understand.
I can't have a cat person and a horse person talking to a normal human person in one scene. It doesn't make any sense.
But there's even scenes where like humans and animals are dating each other and things like that. That's like two of them get married at one point. How is that worse?
That's just bestiality. How is that not bestiality?
They're not actually technically animals, are they? In this world?
Animals.
How do you know? How do you know what they're classified as? They're classified as people. They're sentient. They can talk, and they can reproduce. Because there's a scene where a human and a deer have got children, and the the wife is the deer, and her daughter's a deer. But she has a son as well. That's a person.
That's not how genetics work.
It's not how animals work. They don't walk around, wear clothes, and talk to people, and take drugs and get depressed.
I just find this. I don't really thought this through at all.
I think it's a very well thought out show, and I just think you're poo-pooing it because you watched 2 episodes. And you can't get over your stupid little hurdle that there's animal people and people. And they're all just people.
I'm not a big fan of people.
Are you advocating genocide now?
I'm not saying it's a great idea, but... you know, options.
Thank you for trying it, but it's definitely worth what I found it very enjoyable. I would recommend.
If I've got another spare hour or two, I might go back and give it another bash. But maybe I wasn't in the right mindset.
Maybe not.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Have you enjoyed any of these teeny franchises? Because obviously at that time there was like, I think just coming off the back of Harry Potter, Twilight was about Hunger Games.
I've been banned from talking about Harry Potter on the podcast, by the way.
Have you by yourself?
No,
I didn't ban you.
By my significant other.
Why is she scared you're going to slag it off?
Yeah, she doesn't want me to voice my opinion. I will.
But mine, the new Harry Potter inspired, related film.
Fantastical Beasts.
And Where to Find Them.
And Where to Find Them.
Yeah, that's coming out.
Yes, I'm probably going to have to go and watch that.
Yeah, we are. Because you need to go watch it with Mrs. for girlfriend points. And I'll have to watch it with my missus for girlfriend points, and I'm kind of interested in seeing it. And we'll have to review it for this very podcast.
I thought it was boyfriend points. I get points because I'm the boyfriend.
That's what it is.
Well, yeah, okay.
You're right. I just don't want to admit it. Depends how you perceive yourself in the relationship.
Are you the lady in this relationship?
Aren't we all?
No, I will. Yeah, I probably will end up going watching it, but I'm gonna reserve my opinions of Harry Potter.
I quite liked it when I can't remember. I heard someone talk about it or something the other day, and it's like the film's obviously called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and his answer was in that guy's fucking suitcase.
No, it's. I imagine it's something a lot of people really enjoy, and I imagine it's one of them. I imagine there's a lot of people who are into Harry Potter who won't enjoy it. Obviously, it's quite a big leap from.
I think I'm most part about it.
Actual canon. And it's not an actual book, in it a bestiary or something like
that? It's just like one of those kind of like shitty books they release to sell more books that aren't actually part of the actual books. I said books too many times.
Books. It's not called books. It doesn't even sound like a real word anymore. Books.
I don't believe it is a word anymore. It's just a lie.
Burn all the books.
I'm fine with that. Burn the history. Nobody cares.
Live for today.
Just dribble that one.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. What's the same shit? Oh no. The other thing about that film that kind of like just kind of puts me off is gonna be really awkward because I can't remember his names in it.
I can't either. I've not really been paying attention to any of it.
The only thing I can think he was in was he was in, I think it was called Phone Booth, and he was also in.
He was in Phone Booth.
Yeah, and I think he was in Daredevil as Bullseye. Can't remember his name.
Fucking hell!
I'm going to remember now.
He says, reaching for his phone.
Just crack up the old memory.
Yeah, I remember. I can't believe he's in that.
He was a reasonably good actor at one point, but he's kind of. What was he? I watched something. I watched. What? Shit. Saving Mr. Banks. I watched that with the missus.
Never heard of it.
It's basically a film about the woman who wrote Mary Poppins.
Right.
And it's like Walt Disney trying to get the rights to. It's something I just watched with my girlfriend.
Okay.
It's actually not a bad film. Tom Hanks was in it. People like Tom Hanks. But the only film I actually like with Tom Hanks in it.
I've never seen Forrest Gump.
Don't.
Really?
I don't like it.
A lot of people.
I don't like Tom Hanks though, to be fair.
You don't like Warwick Davis either, so.
I do like Warwick Davis. He's a lovable rogue.
Or Danny DeVito.
I don't know. Yeah. No, I don't have any problem with Danny DeVito. He was alright in Batman Returns, really. But he was a bit of a weird, pervy penguin. And Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but all the rest of it was in garbage.
Twins.
Twins was garbage.
Was he in Ghost Rider?
Just fuck you.
What's wrong with Ghost Rider?
What's right with Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider's brilliant. Best Marvel film.
20 nerds just died. Just with sheer rage. Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Just remembered, thanks,
Just remembered.
IMBD.
I'm pretty sure someone's been screaming. If anyone's listening this far, they've been
Colin
screaming.
Farrell, you dick! I'm really annoyed at myself now, actually, because I listen to podcasts, and it always infuriates me. If someone's talking about something on a podcast and they can't remember, they go, oh, they get something wrong, I'm like that. Oh, you fucking idiot, how can you not remember that? And I get annoyed about it, and I just did that very same
You
thing.
did. You have annoyed
But I don't
yourself.
really care for Colin Farrell. I don't know much of his work.
So you're not really looking forward to this.
I'm interested by it. I'm not looking forward to it because, as far as I'm concerned, I enjoy the Harry Potter films, as most people did. Except for you.
Well, the thing is, right, when it comes to like magic and stuff like that, I am quite notorious for being.
Are you one of the people where it's like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter?
Dungeons and Dragons for me.
That's not a film. Well, it was.
Yes, it is. Yes, it bloody is. Terrible films. But
The 90s or something.
and they did Dungeons and Dragons, and then they did Book of Shadows as well, which was another Dungeons and Dragons film that was like on sci-fi and things like
But
that.
no one asked for these films.
No one asked for a lot of things.
Is that your argument?
Yeah. If someone wants
No one
it,
asked
let
for
them do it. Let them
AIDS.
artistically express themselves in something they enjoy doing. They don't have to run everything by you now before they.
No, the thing is, like, Dungeons and Dragons, it's a game of imagination and all that kind of
It
shit.
is,
isn't
yeah.
it? Yeah. So there's no way you can make a film about it that's going to ever live up to what your imagination could create.
That's like saying all movies
Well, no.
should be. You can argue with that with movies.
No, because that's like, with books, that's why a lot
Well, it's essentially that's what it is. Essentially, it's essentially just like Harry Potter. It's a translation from a text to a book.
Yeah, but that's from a text to a book rather than Dungeons and Dragons, which is completely made up all the time by yourself.
You are given descriptions though of a lot of things like
I
races.
don't know how it works, Martyn.
I do.
Oh, that's you.
Dungeons and
And
Dragons.
I haven't seen the film. I don't know why I'm arguing with you.
Oh, there's another one. There's your homework. Dungeons
I
and
remember it was
Dragons.
a thing, and I went, I'm not going to watch that.
It was pretty terrible. It was nothing to do with Dungeons and Dragons.
To be fair, it was the 90s, was it?
Yeah.
So,
Something like that.
probably terrible, because there's a lot of things in the 90s.
I really think they could really do a
Any
decent
kind of-
Dungeons and Dragons film now.
I think pretty much every fantasy sci-fi film from the 90s is pretty terrible.
What did you think of the Warcraft film?
I didn't watch it.
Didn't you?
No interest.
I thought it was. I'm not massive into War. I played the first 3 games. Never really got into World of Warcraft, but there was enough in that film to keep me interested. I didn't know half the characters, but were all very, very well explained.
That's the thing, you don't need to...
Yeah, you don't need to have knowledge of it to get into it. And I think that's what they could easily do. Fantastic Beasts looks like it could be something you could easily jump into.
Probably that with Fantasy Beasts, because you say it wasn't based on an actual novel. It's more of a book that's just got some creatures in it.
They've got a lot more freedom
Yeah.
to do what they want.
They
They
can do
make,
any story.
yeah, they
really.
can make interesting characters and
As long
interesting
as it's
stories.
got the
so-
beasts in it. That's all that really matters.
Yeah.
And it's got wands and possibly a Harry Potter or Dumbledore reference.
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore! So all the nerds can go,
I'm pretty sure a lot of people will. Like I said, a lot of people will enjoy it, and a lot of hardcore Harry Potter fan, you'll get that divide between people
Well,
who
that's the
really
moment
enjoy it
when
and people who really hate
all
it.
the Harry Potter fans are going absolutely batshit crazy over this fucking book that's come out.
Yes, that has actually.
Has that reached you?
Yes, I had a most fantastic afternoon. I had a really good afternoon actually when it came,
Why?
because I got to play Hitman while someone else was reading very quietly in the corner.
I really enjoyed this book came out because I didn't have to read it. I didn't have to talk to anybody. It's like Pokemon Go all over again.
Don't get me started on that pile of shite. Oh, that's
My
seriously.
mate sent me a link today. I thought this Pokemon thing was gradually dying out. I was getting quite happy that life was kind of returning to its normal, mundane self.
Yeah.
But my mate sent me a link today from the Daily Mail, the most crucial source of news.
Oh, the Daily Heil,
Yeah,
the Daily
yeah.
Fail,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Daily Bile.
And it was a woman accuses Pokemon Go of rape.
Well, that's quite a substantial...
Yeah. Basically, I think that she just claimed that a Charmander was trying to rape. Popped up in a bedroom.
I caught when I played it for 2 days, just to like get the feel for it and see if it was worth keeping it. I did catch a Squirtle on top of a microwave. I was like, you don't belong there.
Silly Squirtle.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that, unless you're really into it, that's the only thing I got that from that game is just people with slightly amusing stories of where these Pokemon were.
Yeah, you hear stories about people finding dead bodies and things like that while they're playing it. And
well, that's not amusing, that's more.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Oh my god, guess never what? Found a dead body?
I was massively into Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow when I was a kid.
I think you were a kid, yeah.
Yeah, and I watched the TV show and everything like that, and then I played Pokemon Gold.
That does not hold up over time, not in the slightest.
Pokemon?
Yeah, the TV show.
It was a great... the TV show?
Yeah, it doesn't hold up at all.
I've never really gone back to it.
One night when I was like... I'd come back from the Pokemon, I was quite drunk, I was like, I'm going to watch the Pokemon movie for no fucking reason.
Never seen the Pokemon
movie. And you think, I was drunk, I'd super enjoy it. I didn't. It was fucking garbage. I remember watching it as a kid and thinking it was the best thing ever. And obviously since the Pokemon Go thing came out, everyone's banging on about it again.
What happened to you, Badger? Who hurt you?
Life.
But no, I played it was a good introduction for me as a kid into RPGs and turn-based battles and element types strengths and weaknesses within game, and it really did get me into RPGs in general as a kid. Before that, they'd just been very. I got lost in a lot of them. Didn't have any time, but it was such a simple system that it was like a gateway for me to get into games like that.
I think I did start replaying Pokemon Red earlier this year. For me, it's a bit slow.
Yeah,
back in the day, when you were a kid.
I actually replayed it earlier this year. I really enjoyed it. It is slow. Have you seen the Rick and Morty version?
No.
Tell
me more.
Tell me more. There is a Rick and Morty game you can get for tablets and phone, and it's essentially Pokemon, but you're Rick and you have to go and capture Mortys. And they've got the types are rock, paper, and scissors. And then you find one called something, because they're all different Mortys from different dimensions. You get Mustache Morty, who's Morty with a mustache, and then when you evolve, it becomes Beard Morty and things like that. And it's absolutely mad. It's really worth playing. It's very similar to Pokemon, but it's very quick, digestible game, and you can just stop and go. It's one of them games. That's one of the things I enjoyed about Pokemon, especially as a kid. You didn't have to invest big blocks of time. You could literally just spend a bit of time walking around doing stuff. You do this with this Rick and Morty version as well. You can play it, leave it, and come back to it anytime you want.
That's better, I think.
Yeah, that's one of the. It was at that sort of era where games were either very long-winded or very stop-start, and it was, to me, it was that one. It was the stop-start happy medium that got me into the bigger storylines of RPGs, and later on in life I've enjoyed games like Mass Effect and some of the Final Fantasies.
You think nowadays, games and stuff, people, it's like Fallout is pretty much fucking endless, and some people like that, but you can get fucking, but a lot of people it gets boring all the time.
I literally got to a point in Fallout 4 where I just couldn't give a shit anymore, especially when, to me, it was like, I'd met all the factions except for the Railroad. For some reason it took me quite a while to find them. Yeah. I think I just disregarded the quest. Found them, and I'd already sort of committed to the Brotherhood, but I was wavering towards the Institute as well.
Terrible bastard.
Why?
Evil.
Why?
Evil.
Evil in what sense?
They want to kill everybody.
They don't want to kill everyone.
They want to destroy everyone up, in the world except for those people who they choose good enough.
Oh, I didn't get that far. I didn't know that. Okay, maybe not the Institute then. But I got to the Railroad and they were all like, hey, you, it's like, synths have lives and things like that and souls, and I was just like...
Hippies.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, I'm already sort of in the Brotherhood, and they were like, yeah, but join us, and I was like, I don't want to, but the game basically was just there going, you will. you will join them, and you will enjoy this experience. And I was like, I don't want to. And then I did a few missions with them, and I just found all the characters in the Railroad insanely annoying. And I just eventually just wanted to blow them all up, but I never got to the point in the game. I think I got just before the Battle of Bunker Hill. I will either side with the Brotherhood or the Institute at that point. Yeah.
I think at one point I might have somehow equally, I don't know if I fucked it up or something, but I might have equally balanced it out. So I was running around the Battle of Bunker Hill, and everyone was fighting everyone else, except for me, because it's just equally alright with everybody.
We're cool, guys. We're cool.
I'm with these guys as well.
I mean, I know I'm wearing Brotherhood
We're just
Power
all
armor.
in an open relationship together. It's
I know I'm wearing Brotherhood Power armor, but under this, I'm wearing an Institute jumpsuit.
Under that, it will pass.
It's
But no, my original point was like, think about like games in like the 90s, or like so you Sonic the Hedgehog and Zelda Ocarina of Time.
oh,
Fucking how long were those games? 'Cause I started playing Zelda Ocarina of Time last year. Thinking, oh, fuck, this would be great nostalgia trip for me.
it's
Still not complete.
a bit of a commitment.
It fucking is. It's fucking long. It takes you forever to get anywhere.
Especially when I was a kid, and my mum and dad were like, "Oh, you can only play on video games for like an hour a day."
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's me across the fucking
It's like
Hyrule
playing,
Field."
I got a couple of years ago. I got the Sega Mega Drive collection on.
Yeah,
Xbox.
I love that game. I love that
Yeah,
collection.
it's fucking mint, isn't it? Because it's got golden effects on it.
Yeah, Golden Axe, bro.
Yeah.
It took me and my dad years to complete that game.
It's fucking. I don't know.
Death Adder at the end, man. My dad, bless him, he's never really been like into video games. Like he has, he's always like played games with me when I was a kid. Like it's obviously something I really enjoyed. But he'd always use his special attack by hitting the wrong button at the wrong time. He was like, "Dad, save it for the boss."
But that's it's mad thing like how long you'd spend playing that. Because the thing with Sonic as well, you couldn't save it.
No, it would do that. You'd literally do so much, and then you'd have to come off because it was tea time or something like that. And I was never allowed to leave my telly on and things
I
like
don't
that.
think I ever completed that game. My brother did.
First Sonic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I don't know if I ever did.
I completed every Sonic game. Well,
brag much.
1 through Knuckles.
If you start saving when you got to Knuckles. I think it's like
3 you could start saving.
When that dickhead tail showed up.
What's wrong with Tails?
Dick.
Tails is great.
No, he just stand on pressure points.
Especially when you play co-op mode, you can grab his hands.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Not much though.
Still pretty cool. What's your problem with Tails?
just dick.
Why? What capacity is it?
Would you like it in real life if some mute just followed you around all the time?
Sonic's a mute. If I was a mute, I'd want another mute.
Sonic speaks. Not the thing we speak.
What, in the original 4 games?
Probably speaks more.
It was in the car. I enjoyed the cartoon when I was a kid as well.
Which cartoon?
All of them. The original like cartoon, very cartoonish one, the kids one, and then later on they did one where he kind of like he was fighting loads of robots. Yeah, he was fighting loads of robots and stuff like that. I always enjoyed that because he's the bestest thing alive.
Why do you think they decided that Dr. Robotnik was no longer acceptable and had to rename him Dr. Eggman?
It was originally in Japanese. He was Dr. Eggman.
Was it?
Yeah.
Dr. Robotnik's better though.
Dr. Robotnik is far cooler. And also he had his spaceship, the Death Egg.
So many copyrights. So many copyrights.
I really enjoyed the Sonic games. They're like a big staple of my. Yeah. Streets of Rage as well. That was a belter.
Yeah, Streets of Rage was ace.
The first one. Come on, the rest of them really shot it.
There's never anything after the first Streets of Rage. I remember.
Blanked from your memory.
Yeah.
What else was really good? Two Crude Dudes. That was a great beat 'em up.
I don't remember that.
That was just two identical looking characters going around kicking fuck out of people.
I can't remember much from the Mega Drive. One that annoys me always is, do you remember, no one ever remembers it, but I hope you might.
I might.
The Mega Drive, before they went, whatever the next console was after the Mega Drive.
The Saturn.
Yeah, before the Saturn, about the time the CDs came out, they released the Sega Mega Drive CD.
Yeah, you could put it on the side.
Yeah, the bottom or whatever it was. And they released Sonic CD.
Yes.
And every time I try to explain this to somebody, they go, "You mean Sonic 3D?" I go, "No."
No, I vaguely remember Sonic CD.
Yeah.
It's not something I've ever really touched. I think Sonic 3 scarred. Sonic 3D scarred.
It had the best fucking intro to a game ever.
The best ever.
Best animated intro. And it was just a really good game because it had a proper, I don't want to call him Metal Sonic, but like a robot Sonic. You race
Silver Sonic.
No, because that's like the first game had the robot Sonic in it, but it was like a better version than that.
I think he's always been called Silver Sonic. I'm not sure.
It wasn't silver though, it was like the same colours as Sonic. It was like,
I think he's just called Silver
I think
Sonic.
he was called Metal Sonic in this one.
Okay.
But he's fucking badass.
Badass.
Yeah.
A couple of games on the. I had a converter actually for my Sega Mega Drive, which lets me play Master System games in it as well.
Naughty.
And I never got the Sega CD though.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people did because it's like
It was,
I think they
at
released
the
it-
end, at the end of its life, PlayStation
Yeah.
had already beat Sega into the ground at this point.
Yeah.
And they released the Saturn, and everybody was like, "Come on, guys!" And everyone was like, "No." And then they went Dreamcast, and it's like, if I want to play Crazy Taxi and listen to the same two songs over and over again.
Offspring! It's all fun. I could buy the Offspring album. And I just stopped playing Crazy Taxi.
Exactly.
I can buy this song on CD. Fuck you, Dreamcast.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
That was the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Probably one of the best video games.
Yeah,
of all time.
I always think that if you ask someone about Tony Hawk, the game, they go, yeah, it's a mint game. But then straight afterwards, they'll always follow with, what a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, so if you play the game now, you wouldn't play it for the game, you play it for the soundtrack. You're
got-
probably better off, again, like Crazy Taxi, just buying the soundtrack.
Yeah. It got me into a lot of music when I was a kid. That I remember I had my Nintendo 64, and I was ill the day the game came. And Mum was like, you can't play it because you're not in school. And I was like, please, Mum, please.
We'll wrap up this delightful episode.
We'll wrap up this delightful episode.
So we're going to do another episode soon.
Hopefully.
On something... No... Nothing's going out really, is there?
I don't really think so, no. But I'm sure we can find something. I'm going to try and do that Batman game.
Oh, the Batman Tell.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get that.
You play that because I don't.
I'm going to do a long playthrough on t'other YouTube channel, and then
do you want to plug your other YouTube channel?
We will do.
Plug it right now.
It's Rum and Gaming.
Rum and Gaming.
Rum and Gaming. Yeah.
I like rum and I like gaming.
That's exactly what I was going for.
Oh.
So we're going to put that on the other channel, and then we'll probably do a quick review for this channel. So give people something to see.
Yeah. Let's see. On this one?
Yeah, because I'll record it.
Right.
I've got a recording card because I'm a big fancy setup kind of guy now.
On the Popman channel.
And then I'll fling it on the Popman channel, the review kind of thing.
Yeah, I will not be involved in that, but I'll watch it.
Okay. What are you going to do this week?
Might go see Suicide Squad again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit in a void. I'm waiting for stuff to happen. It's that weird time of year, though, isn't it? Because like we've just had this run on the movies.
It's the late summer drought. Yeah, same happens for like video games and things like that. It's like a long period.
In a month's time, I've got like the new series of Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, and Legends Tomorrow will start. So I'm looking forward to them. And then obviously you're gonna get Doctor Strange coming out in October, so that's something. Between now and then, I'll probably just stab myself in the eye repeatedly.
Yeah, why not, eh?
Why not? Something to do. Yeah.
Takes away at least you're feeling something.
Yeah, exactly. It numbs the pain of my inner turmoil with physical violence.
I don't know why you're so depressed all the time, man.
I'm not depressed, I'm just in anguish.
Just accepting of the inevitability. Excellent. Back full circle, this is where we started.
Yay! It all comes back to my pain, suffering. Why will nobody help me?
Wubba lubba dub dub!
Yes. Also, yeah, if you've got just watch Rick and Morty, probably. I'm going to start watching Rick and Morty.
Try the game as well.
I will try the game actually. I watched the first 2 episodes again of season 1 yesterday. The Sentient Dog and the Anatomy Park. So.
You know, the first episode's the one with the seeds.
That's a pilot though. It's not.
To me, it's episode 1.
It's not the pilot.
It says episode 1 when I go to watch it. Yeah.
When on TV, it wasn't the first episode.
No.
According to the Fox channel, it wasn't on. It was never aired. So.
Fuck Fox.
Oh, don't say that.
I got rid of Sky, didn't I? So I'm really not.
I'm toying about it.
Really
the only reason I want to keep Sky is for Game of Thrones and my CW superhero shows. And also 8 or 10 Castles Countdown. That's the best.
Brilliant. The only reason I miss having TV at the minute is because of the Sci-Fi channel. Because
no, you know what?
Where do you think I get all these shit films from?
This is probably why I don't watch the Sci-Fi channel. It's on my favourite list, but it's never shown anything good ever.
It's brilliant.
It used to show some alright shows.
I know what you can watch. I know what your homework is. The Librarian. It's a sci-fi film. Don't give me that disappointing tone. Don't stare at me like that. You will watch The Librarian.
I know. I've seen the name so many times, and obviously it was on the Sci-Fi channel. I'm skimming through Sky, going, "Look, there's a Sci-Fi channel. I'm never going to watch the Sci-Fi channel, but it's there." And I've seen that name so many times.
Watch The Librarian.
What's it about?
Well, I'll spoil it for you.
Sell it to me in like.
It's essentially B-movie Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Esque, sort of.
Does the main guy have a hat and a whip?
No, he has a rather attractive satchel though. He'll make you want to buy a satchel. I think he has a satchel.
Well,
Indiana Jones had a satchel.
See now, if I turn it on, he's not got a good satchel. I was going to turn it off.
Just watch it. Trust me on this one.
I really don't want to trust you.
Maybe I'm just trying to get you to enjoy my pain.
I think you're just trying to bring me down to your level.
Relishing the suffering, Badger.
I feel more like I'll watch it and just message you going, I'll watch Librarian, and you're just going to message me going, ha! Dick!
Pretty much.
Welcome to hell!
But, you know...
I think it's this Firefly thing all over again. I got tricked into watching that.
I like Firefly. There's 3 Librarian films, so if you like the first one, there's also 2 sequels.
In my head, when you say the Librarian, I don't know why, but I keep thinking of National Treasures for Nicolas Cage. I don't know why.
Do you know what the best film Nicolas Cage is ever in is?
The Rock.
Ghost Rider?
No. 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 I'm going to put a fucking Ghost Rider ban on this podcast so you keep bringing it up.
What's wrong with Ghost Rider?
What's right with Ghost
I
Rider?
think we should just all watch Ghost Rider.
No. I vote no.
I don't know what your problem is with a fine piece of cinematography.
You name one thing about that film that's actually good, and I'll actually go watch it.
It's got a sick-ass motorbike in it.
That's not enough.
It's got some stunts in it, like he's doing like big jumps and stuff.
That's any film.
It's got some crashes.
A genuine...
It's got a man whose head is on fire.
You're not naming a genuinely good moment, or you're just naming some facts about the film.
I can't remember much about it. I don't actually like the film that much. We should definitely watch it again. I'll definitely watch it again.
You know what? For funsies.
And what about the bit where he looks up screaming because his face is like boiling off? That's pretty funny.
Right. You know what you do?
Stop poo-pooing Ghost Rider.
No, you know what we'll do? If we can keep doing these podcasts and you keep bringing up and up, we'll do a fucking commentary for it.
Yes! I win! Ghost Rider!
Which will be however long the film is, like an hour and a half of you going, Ghost Rider, and me crying in the corner.
And that is quality internet.
Talk about that. There's a segue in there somewhere. I'll bring it up in a minute. You know, he said Ghost Rider shouted into the sky. Which reminded me of Darth Vader in episode 3 going, no! Badly.
Never got that far.
Rogue One trailer.
Really?
And the exciting one was you saw the back of Darth Vader's head.
I mean, what can you say?
I mean, the bad thing is, I really got excited about it.
The thing is, I want us to be friends after this, once I say it.
I mean, we're pretty on the edge at the moment because you keep going about Ghost Rider. Go on!
We all know that Ghost Rider's a great film. But do you know what I think isn't a great film? Or series of films?
You say Star Wars.
I don't particularly like Star Wars as much as everyone else.
Are you a fan of Star Trek?
Massive.
Well, that's probably why.
Massive fan of Star Trek.
You're just one of the people who just prefer Star Trek. That's a thing.
No, I like Star Wars. I can watch it, mostly, sometimes.
Have you seen the new one yet? Actually, saying that,
No.
I don't know if you... Nah. The new one's fucking amazing, but I don't know if it's amazing if you're not a big Star Wars.
I watched episode 1, got extortionately annoyed at Jar Jar Binks.
Well, did you start with episode 1?
No, I started with A New Hope. I watched the original 3, because I enjoyed them. Then the next trilogy came out, episodes 1, 2 and 3. I watched episode 1, it was Jar Jar Binks. Just ruined my life. Episode 2 was slightly better.
It's alright, it's episode 2, I don't mind it.
Yeah, quite enjoyed episode 2. And then
battling.
episode 3, I remember trying to watch it when I was very drunk.
Terrible. It's the best out of the 3, but it's still not very good.
That's like
It's got the high ground.
That's like picking your favourite turd to stand in. At the end of the day, it's not great. I've got 3 turds here, you've got to put your foot in one. That one looks like the best one.
But just let you know, this third turd, right at the end, it's got Darth Vader.
Fall right in it. Well, that was a shit ending.
No! To ruin that fucking character with Warren scene.
No, not for me.
Super excited about it though.
Yeah, I enjoy like the games and things that I enjoy.
It's just good that it's got James Earl Jones back, so. Not David Prowse though. Poor David Prowse.
Poor Dave.
David Prowse.
Oh, Dave.
He can't catch a break. He never got paid for the first 3, you know, he's not even the fucking new one. Not even a nod. Poor bastard. Just forever stuck doing shit Comic-Cons around the UK.
I was Darth Vader.
I was Darth Vader. Yes. No, props to the guy. He wore a suit for a while. Well, yeah, I know about that. I think that's the only movie I'm really excited about for the rest of the year. And that's Suicide Squad's come and averaged me.
Averaged you out.
Yeah, averaged me out.
Maybe you'll enjoy something else now because you'll be going into it with maybe lower expectations.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Just wait for next year now. Justice League.
Yep.
And there's something else next year. I can't remember. Oh! I think Infinity Wars next year.
No idea what that is.
Marvel Avengers Infinity War.
Alright.
With Thanos finally fucking sorts his shit out.
Oh yeah, he has been hanging around the films. I mean, doing fuck all.
I think he turned up at the end of the last Avengers film last year and just went, I'll sort myself out. And then didn't do fuck all for a year. He's a very lazy Thanos.
Lazy Thanos.
He actually is a very lazy character because he just sits around in a chair, gets that shit rolling to his business.
He's basically the CEO of
Oh,
Evil.
actually, next year, Guardians of the Galaxy 2's out as well.
I did enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's a fucking amazing film. It's got Mantis in it and stuff next year. More zany fucking characters and Baby Groot for everyone to fucking go mad about. That's going to annoy me, I can sense it already.
I thought I was supposed to be the angry one.
We didn't talk about Minions, it's fine.
I'm going to send you loads of Minion gifts.
Yeah, I saw today that's probably, you know what's probably spiked my anger about this podcast? Is before we came to record this, I was on the internet and I saw someone put a meme of Minions version of Batman vs Superman. And instead of saying, do you bleed, it said, do you banana? And I just lost my fucking shit.
That is pretty terrible. Even by my standards, that's terrible. And I like shite.
Physical shite.
Absolute shite. I love all these terms I have to stand in. And one of them got Darth Vader in.
No! That's a fine point to finish the podcast on, I think. So yeah, we'll hopefully be back soon with another episode.
Hopefully.
We'll talk about and relevant stuff, news, things, positive, anger, rage, death.
Positivity doesn't really happen between them.
No. Something will probably happen. We can talk about stuff's always happening. Or not. The world could end and I could be finally free.
Finally free of this fleshy mortal existence.
Yeah. So, cheers very much for listening. If you want to check us out on the internet, you can find this. Well, this is going to go. I'm going to try and get us on iTunes. Hopefully, you'll find us on iTunes. If you haven't, well, go to the iTunes. Give us a review, or don't if you've got something negative to say. You negative bastard.
Say negative things. It only fuels me.
YouTube is there. Just search for it. The link's too long until we become a real channel. We can show on it. But Facebook, Facebook.com, the Unqualified Opinions Podcast. That's a thing. And the actual URL works.
Thanks, Facebook.
Yeah, cheers. You won't let anyone ever see our statuses that I post, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, do that if you want, or don't. It's up to you.
Bye.
See you later. Enjoy your meal.